everyone, today's video is going to be all about the PONi Cosmetics Contouring Kit. This is what it looks like on the inside. I'm going to be talking about all 4 shades that are in here, and then I'm going to tell you guys how I personally like to wear it on myself, and I'm going to show you how I do it. Alright, first things first. What comes in this palette is 1 highlighting shade, 1 contouring shade, and then 2 blushes. The first pan we have here, the highlighting shade, it's kind of a yellowy champagne gold undertoned highlight. It really shows up on pale skin, which is nice because it's kind of hard to find in a highlight, and I'm sure it'll look really beautiful on other skin tones as well. And then next to that we have the contour shade. It's kind of a warmer, slightly shimmery contour shade, which is kind of nice because you can use it as a contour and a bronzer, which is what I like to do. And then we have these 2 blushes down here. The one on the left is Pretty Pink Pony, which is just a kind of nice baby pink. And then to the right of that is the Playful Peach Pony, which is, like it says, just a peach color. If you're new to the whole contouring and highlighting thing, it comes with this little pamphlet. It tells you exactly what you can use each shade for. And then when you open it up, it shows you all different face shapes and where to place the colors for the type of face shape that you have. So it's kind of helpful if you guys are new to this to just look at that pamphlet and kind of see what shape face you have and where it would look best to place the contour and highlight and blushes and all of that. But I'm just going to show you guys how I like to apply it on myself, so let's do it. I start out with a contour shade, and I just use this with a fluffy angled brush. I like to just place this at first in the hollows of my cheeks, right underneath my cheekbone. If you feel around your cheek, you'll feel that you have that cheekbone right there that juts out a little bit. I just place it at first right underneath that, and I just kind of map out where I want that contour to be just by kind of making that line with the contouring shade. And then what I like to do is I like to take my brush and I like to just start blending it upwards, and this way I feel like I'm kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone by contouring and bronzing at the same time. Like I said, because this shade is a little bit warmer and has a slight shimmer to it, it does really warm up your face and make it look like you have a little bit of color, which makes your skin just look really nice. So once I'm done kind of contouring and blending that up on my cheeks to add a little bit of warmth, I like to take it up to my temples as well on both sides of my face, just to kind of follow that area that I usually contour, and that just kind of helps balance out the warmth on my face. I also take it up along my hairline as well. This is obviously just something that I like to do. You don't have to do it if you don't want to, but I just have kind of a larger forehead, so I feel that running this along my hairline really helps to kind of slim it, and it just balances out the warmthness even more, like I said. When you're contouring and bronzing, you want to make sure to blend it into your hairline. So what I like to do is just kind of push the product just slightly into my hairline to make sure it's blended. I also run this down underneath my jawline just a little bit, just slightly. I don't put too much product on the brush when I'm doing this, but I just like to kind of contour my jawline a little bit and just bring that bronzer underneath my chin. I don't really contour my nose that much, but what I like to do is just take whatever is left over on my brush and just lightly run it down the sides of my nose. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to the highlight. I actually like to highlight before I do blush, just because I feel like highlighting and then putting the blush on kind of helps diffuse and blend the highlight into your skin and the blush even more, if that makes sense. So what I like to do is I like to take a little fluffy brush. This is actually an eyeshadow brush, but I like to use it for my highlight. And I just take the highlight color on there and I just pat it onto the highest points of my cheekbone. So I just run this down my cheekbone, and then I kind of smile so I can see the apples of my cheeks, and I make sure to blend the highlight down to that point as well, just so that when you smile it kind of catches the highlight and it looks really pretty. I also take it just lightly above my eyebrows on my forehead. I also like to take it on the very tip of my nose and then the bridge of my nose up near my eyebrows as well. And then sometimes I just put just the tiniest amount on my chin. So what I like to do after I'm done placing that highlight is I like to take a bigger, fluffier brush and I just go over everything that I just did with that highlight just to blend it out and make sure that everything blends nicely. Okay, so now that I'm done with the contour and the highlight, I'm finally going to go in with the blushes. And I really like both of these colors on their own, but what I like to do best is to take both on a fluffy brush and I tap off the excess because these colors are really pigmented, and then I just go along my cheeks and I just kind of place that blush in between the highlight and the bronzer that I just did. And I blend that up along my bronzer as well, all the way back to my temple/hairline area. And I just bring a little bit on top of my temples on my forehead just to blend everything out. And just for a last step, something that I really like to do, just to make sure that everything is as blended as possible, I just take a big clean stippling brush that I would use for like face powder, and I just run this in kind of circular motions all around my face just to make sure that the bronzer, the blush, and the highlight are all blended. So that is basically my everyday routine on how I use the PONi Cosmetics Contouring Kit for blush, bronzer, contouring, and highlighting. Thanks for watching. Bye!